Welcome back. Today we're going to do a video on a program that I found called Friction Graphics for doing motion graphics under Linux if you don't want to mess around with DaVinci Resolve's Fusion tab, which uses node-based compositing, or using Blender for that matter. So here on my screen is Friction. It is the 1.0 release candidate 2. So we're just going to do a very basic bare bones title or text reveal. So I'm going to set it to 4K. Actually going to set it to seconds instead of frames. Change that to 3. I'm going to set it to 60 because most of my videos are at 60 frames a second. We're going to hit OK. Just going to scroll out so I can see the whole frame. Hold down right click to move the window here. Use the text tool, click, use my cap lock. I'll just type my name. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and adjust the color. Just in case, I'm going to check the stroke, make sure there's no stroke on the image. And then I'm going to select here this selection arrow. When I hover over it, it's going to highlight it. I'm going to click it. And I'm going to hit S for scale. I'm just going to bring it up. And yes, you will find that this program uses Blender keyboard shortcuts. So we've got that. So now I'm going to check over here, this add rectangle. I'm going to draw just a basic rectangle over it. It's the same color as the text. I'm just going to make it align more with the color scheme of my channel a little bit. We've got that. I do want to put this below the text right now though. I'm going to go into the rounded radius though. Select this. I'm going to do 10 there, 10 there, just to give it some slightly rounded corners. But I'm going to go to transform scale. But before I do anything, I want to right click here on the rectangle, go to actions, center pivot. And now when I'm here on scale, it's locked to the center. So normally it's at 1. I'm actually going to set this to, I'm going to select it, set it to 0. And I'm going to tick here for scale to add a keyframe. Now I'm going to go over to, let's see, I'm going to hold down Control, scale down to get on my frames. Go over to 50, set it to 1. And then I'm going to move the keyframe thing here to 100. Select these, do Control C, and then Control V, and it places it where the head is currently at. Now I'm going to go to 150. And I'm actually going to bring this to 0, and it'll automatically add the keyframe here. Now, if I just loop this and play it back, you'll see the way it's playing back here. It's kind of very linear, but I'm going to minimize this for now. I'm going to hold down Shift and select text, and I'm going to center both items with each other. But I do need to go back into this transform here and specifically select where it says scale. And I'm going to go here to the graph editor. Well, here, if I go to the one I actually edited, middle mouse button to move this around, just to get a little bit more room, I'll bring this up. And I'm going to select all these points here. And then I'm just going to enable segment curve. And I'm just going to bring this over like so. This over like so. I just make them join up with each other here. And bring the bottom one here over as far as it'll go. Bring that over as far as it'll go. And then we can check the playback again. And there it is. Usually the first pass is like super fast for some reason, but that looks pretty good to me. So now that that is done, I've got this here, and I need to mask this out to make it a reveal. So I'm just going to I'm going to uncheck that so I can see. So I've got this. Let me make sure it's only selecting one thing. I'm going to right click, Actions, Duplicate. Now you see it's covering it. So you have this opaque thing, same color as the one below it. You're going to go over here where it says Source Over. You're going to select Dist In. That will reveal that. But when you go back, you see it makes it go away. The Source In does the same thing, but it reveals the color. So you want to make sure it's on Dist In. And then there's the finished animation. And you can render this out as PNG images for an image sequence, which then you can go here, make the background transparent, which I find this works when using still images in PNG format or TIFF. Otherwise, no matter what I've done with this program, it renders a black background if I go to render it out in video form. But if I go over here to render, I'm just going to bring this up some to make it easier to see. So you have scene 0. You want to click this little arrow here. It'll bring this up. You do have your scene properties, which I set at the beginning, but you can do profiles. You can do ProRes, PNGs, TIFFs. I just select MPEG-4. It's going to use libx264. This program for some reason is not accessing like VA API or NVENC. So, but you can alter by clicking format. You can go in here and change these settings in here. You can have audio. If you brought in like a video file in here that has audio, you can make sure the audio is there. You can set your bit rates. But with this, it's going to use H.264. You click down, you have other options. You can do H.265 for better encoding. And then I'll just hit OK. It's going to render it to my home folder and just get rid of this. Go back into the program. We'll render it out. So now that it's rendered out the file, we'll go to my home folder. We'll see here that the untitled MPEG-4 is here. Now, normally, if you want to change the file name, you need to save your file in the name you want it to be for it to change the name of the file. So we go here, and there you go. You have the file. And with it being a black background, you can use like a keying program or the 3D keyer inside of DaVinci Resolve to key it out to, make it more transparent. But there's just a quick review here and a short tutorial of Friction on Linux, and this is available for Windows and Mac, but this is a very kind of Adobe After Effects kind of layer based for doing motion graphics. I don't believe you can do like compositing with it, at least not yet. There is some very advanced stuff coming down the line for this program, so because I'm terrible at the Fusion tab in DaVinci Resolve with the node-based setup, I'm actually going to be creating all my motion graphics in this program for my future videos, just to kind of give my videos a little bit more of a professional look. You can do tracking in this program also, so you can lock stuff to objects in like video if you want to do that also. But like, subscribe, comment on the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.